Welcome to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, and welcome here to a video today celebrating the announcement and the presentation of Antoine Griezmann, who's been at the Camp Nou in his new Barcelona shirt. And I think it's very interesting actually to listen to what Griezmann's been saying in a bit more detail. So what I've done in today's video is just really summarise what went down today, his arrival at the Camp Nou, his presentation, the press conference, the contract signing, all of that and some more coming up in today's video. And of course, there'll be some news as well for you guys. Sit right back. Let's do this. Because, like I said in yesterday's news roundup video, Antoine Griezmann arrived in Barcelona yesterday evening. He then went to the Camp Nou superstore and had some official photos that were taken of him in the Barcelona gear. And that was when, for the very first time, we saw Antoine Griezmann with the Barcelona badge on his chest. That's what we've all been waiting to see for many months now. Finally, there it happened. And it looked good. It looked right there to see Griezmann in the Barcelona colours. And it just made it even more exciting, really, to see him presented today, which was a really special occasion. Yesterday, though, we did hear a few words from Griezmann himself, the first time we'd heard from him since he had signed here for Barcelona, and very quickly there, into that interview, you could see the excitement. Much like Frenkie de Jong, much like Neto as well, players who come to Barcelona, they really do show that delight to join in the club, being part of this rich history, and Griezmann was very excited to get going, and really get going with his teammates as well, because his first words were all about ambition, about desire, and you could see there was a sheer driving will to succeed here at Barcelona by winning every possible trophy. He spoke there about the Champions League, he spoke about La Liga and the Copa del Rey as well, and he basically made it clear there to the local media who followed up then in their news reports, of course, the morning after. He made it very clear, I want it all. I want to come here and win everything possible. That's why here he's left Atlético Madrid. He wanted to stay there, he wanted to try and be loyal to Atlético Madrid, but at the end of the day, he wants to win the very top trophies, and that right here, that's what we need at Barcelona. We need that mentality that we want to go out in the season and achieve everything. We need players coming in with this newfound hunger. We need them to have really that energy to go forward and win us the Champions League, and Griezmann certainly wants to go about doing that. He also spoke there very early on about his excitement ahead of linking up with his new teammate, 5 Frenchmen in our first team squad right now, and he certainly said he couldn't wait to see Umtiti. He was really excited as well to see Ousmane Dembele. He said he had a really good friendship on and off the pitch with both of those players, and he was very excited there to win alongside them in this team. And of course, he was asked the inevitable question, what are you feeling about linking up side by side with Lionel Messi? And Griezmann answered there that he couldn't wait really, not only to play with Messi on the pitch, he said of course he's the greatest, he's the #1 in the world, I'm so excited there to go out and play with him. But Griezmann also came out and said there, I'm so excited actually to see what Messi is like on a day-to-day basis, to see what he's like on the training field, to see what he's like in the dressing room. I'm just so excited really to see how Messi conducts himself and the way that he is, and to spend so much time alongside somebody of such huge quality. And after they're going through his medical examinations earlier on today, first it was the medicals, that went all fine, then of course he was presented in front of the media, where alongside President Bartomeu, he covered there a number of topics. So once again, a lot of interesting quotes, and particularly the way that Griezmann answered many of the questions, I was quite impressed with really the things that he did come out and say, because that's important here. He does have quite a lot of people to prove wrong, he does have certainly a point to prove when he goes out on the field, and of course, straight off the bat, he was always going to be asked about that documentary. Last summer, of course, he announced his decision to stay at Atlético Madrid, and that didn't go down well in Barcelona. The way that he did not go down well with the Barcelona fans, and Griezmann was basically asked, will you have angered Barcelona fans? Should you say sorry for what happened last summer? And he simply replied, and I think it's a very good reply as well, he said, if I have anything to apologise for, I will make sure that I do it out on the pitch. Because I think with us Barcelona fans right now, guys, we've heard so much talk, and we've heard so many players saying this and that, and at the end of the day, it's about go out there and do it. We want to see you go out there and actually do something out there on the field to back up those claims. And Griezmann certainly, he's saying there, I'm going to go out and I'm going to show you. And that's what we need. That's the kind of mentality again that we need coming into this club, that new energy and that driving force to go out there and do the best you possibly can. That's what we need at the club. And he also reiterated that in the point there. He was asked as well by another journalist whether Messi and Suarez could actually still be annoyed with him over what happened last summer. And again, a very smart answer from Antoine Griezmann. He said maybe they might be annoyed. I don't know. I haven't really spoken to them yet. He said I'll have to wait and see until I see them. But he said with assists out there on the pitch, I can fix everything. And once again there from Griezmann, he's absolutely determined, absolutely adamant that he's going to go out there on the pitch and he will solve things out there on the field. Griezmann also took some time out to thank his former clubs for their part in seeing him sign for Barcelona today. He basically said there, I want to thank Real Sociedad, they gave me my first ever professional contract and they believed in me from the very beginning. And then he did go on to say, I'd like also to thank Atlético Madrid and also Diego Simeone. They have all helped me to become the player that I am today. Then it was the big moment just before Griezmann went out onto the Camp Nou field to be presented there at the historic stadium. He was unveiled alongside Bartomeu with his Barcelona shirt, and it was then revealed that Antoine Griezmann will be Barcelona's new number 17. And I don't think many of us, to be honest, saw that one coming. A lot of people were thinking maybe straight away he'd be given the number 7. Maybe they'd leave the shirt blank for a few weeks like they have done with Frenkie de Jong. But no, Griezmann here presented with the number 17 shirt, and that appears to be the number he's going to wear for the current season. And naturally there, now we're saying, what's happening here? What is going to happen then with Felipe Coutinho? Because obviously Coutinho right now, he's the number 7 shirt, and the fact that Griezmann is given 17, does that mean that Coutinho is going to stay? What I would say right now is I wouldn't read too much into that, because let's not forget really that Coutinho himself, when he was signed, he was brought in halfway through the season. When he came in, originally, he took the number 14 shirt, and then he waited until later on then, at the start of last season, to take the number 7 that he really desired. He waited there to take the number that he really wanted, and he didn't do it straight away. So no doubt there that Griezmann would have liked to have chosen number 7, but this is currently occupied by Coutinho. There's still a possibility, I feel, that further down the line, you might be talking months, you might be talking a season or so, he could take on that shirt. But on Coutinho, I wouldn't say that he's definitely staying based on that decision. I think right now, he's certainly at the club. We haven't received any offers, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what the future holds for Felipe Coutinho. Because, and I have to say this now, it was very interesting today to hear Bartomeu in that press conference there alongside Griezmann actually come out and talk quite openly about the deal, how it was completed, and the reason really that it took so long to complete when it seemed essentially quite a simple release clause to activate and get this deal done. Because quite simply, we need some money coming in, because Bartomeu came out and he said, look, to complete this deal, we've had to take out a 35 million loan to actually complete this, to actually get the deal over the line, to pay that 120 million euros up front in full for that full release clause amount. We've had to take out as a club 35 million euros to get this deal done. And usually, like I've said before, these kind of deals, these big transfers are done via installments. Usually you'll pay part of the deal, you'll pay year by year, and it'll sort of be drawn out, not all up front all together to really bleed you dry. But in this instance, the release clause, we had to pay all in one go, all up front. Atletico were not willing to negotiate, and for that reason, Barcelona here, to find all of that money, in this instance, have taken out a 35 million loan, which Bartomeu says will need to be repaid in the next 6 months. So certainly, we need player sales, whether it be to sign more players, or whether it be simply to balance our books and make sure that everything is right there to repay that loan. And also there, just to keep us nicely balanced in the club's finances, we need player sales this summer, no doubt about it. And even more so, if we can even, for one single second, start to think about Neymar Jr. Because I do have some fresh news on that front I wanted to bring you here at the end of this particular video, because I want to finish here on something quite significant on Neymar, because obviously on the financial front, it's going to take massive sales. We've always known that, and certainly that's why I'd say with Coutinho, don't count your chickens yet, because certainly things can still change. But Neymar yesterday was asked about the best moment of his career. It was in a video online, it came out certainly, it was done very recently, and he was asked, what is the best moment of your football career so far? What would you choose? And basically, there was 2 moments that Neymar said that he couldn't quite choose between, so he picked them both as his best ever moments in a football shirt. The first of those was his Olympic win with his country at Brazil's home Olympics back in 2016. That was a very emotional and fantastic time really for Neymar there, winning gold for his country. But the second one there that he talked about as equally good in a football shirt was Barcelona's incredible Champions League win and comeback against, you guessed it, it's Paris Saint-Germain themselves. The current club of Neymar Jr., that was his favourite moment, embarrassing them, humiliating them in the 6-1 victory at the Camp Nou. And he actually went even further. He didn't just stop there in the interview. He went even further, saying that basically that comeback right there, that win that was humiliating his current team, he said that wasn't only his best football moment, it was also the best moment he's ever experienced in the dressing room as a team. He said it was incredible. He said the celebrations, the feeling, the reaction, it was crazy. And that for me is my best moment. And of course, with the Paris Saint-Germain fans, and no doubt really with the Paris Saint-Germain hierarchy, that's not going to go down well. And like I say there, Neymar really right now not pulling any punches whatsoever. Because of course you could say with Neymar, well, that was a great moment. You can sort of forgive him putting that moment there as his best moment. But at the same time, he could have quite easily come out there and said, look, you know, it was my Champions League win in 2015. I won the trophy. That was my best moment there. That did come in a Barcelona shirt, but that was my best moment because he won the Champions League. But no, he had to go further there, and he had to say the comeback win against my current club, Paris Saint-Germain, and make of that what you will. But right here and right now, Antoine Griezmann, Barcelona's new number 17, that's still a bit strange, but here and now, he is a Barca player. He's got the shirt. He's signed the contract. It's signed, sealed, and completed. Welcome to Barcelona, and hopefully here there are many, many happy memories just awaiting us just around the corner as pre-season today got underway, and there's going to be plenty more videos, guys, coming up in the next few weeks or so as we really get into the action, as we get ready for the new season, and I really do hope that every single one of you guys will join me for that. Thank you for your support as always. Please leave your thoughts down below, and until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.
Barça!